Hi, this is HardballRetro. Welcome to the Retrodome. Today we'll be playing Game 2 of the 1984 World Series between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago Cubs. This is the result of the season that I replayed using the as-played lineups, rotations, schedules, transactions, so forth. In that season, the Tigers and Royals won their respective divisions in the American League, and the Cubs and the Astros won their divisions in the NL. And the Royals defeated the Tigers in the ALCS by a 3-2 margin. And the Cubs outlasted Houston 3-1. So here we are, Game 2. You can check out my video for Game 1, in which the Cubs defeated KC by a score of 5-2. So here we are, Game 2 at Wrigley. Let's see, we've got Charlie Leibrandt facing Steve Trout. Both teams will be managed by the computer. We're using the DH, setting the lineups. So normally I would use the lineup that the team used in the playoffs or World Series. So the issue here is that neither of these teams made it to the actual World Series. So I'm using their lineups from the playoffs versus righties and versus lefties. So the second issue I face here is that Kansas City did not face a left-hander in the World Series, or in the playoffs in 1984. So I had to go back into the regular season, and I went back and found a game in which they were still fighting for the division lead, and that was against California. Left-hander Jeff Zahn was on the mound, so I'm going to use that lineup. So I'm going to pull that up in the background here on Baseball Reference. And so that was Willie Wilson in center, Lynn Jones in right, George Brett at third, Hal McRae at DH. So let me get those four in order here. Move Willie up to first in the lineup. Lynn Jones batting second in right field. That looks right. Let's click on bench here. And I want to get John Wathan in a game here. He hasn't played at all in the playoffs. He's the backup catcher. We'll give Don Slaught a little bit of a break here. He's caught every game, so Wilson, Jones. Now I can plug Brett in, batting third, playing third. Number 4 in the lineup was Hal McRae, the DH. And then let's check out 5 through 9 here. Got Motley, Balboni, White, Slaught, Concepcion. Motley, let's bump him up to 5. Frank White in for Slaught there. Motley, Balboni, White. John Wathan getting the start at catcher. And Onyx Concepcion has played every game at short. Let's just double check his splits here. And he's better against righties. Who else do we have? We have Biancalana and we have UL Washington. Biancalana versus lefties is atrocious. He will not be playing. And it looks like maybe UL Washington gets a start here. There we go. A couple fresh players in here. McRae hasn't played yet because they've been facing all right-handers. So McRae's in there. All right, so that is Kansas City lineup. Let's look at the Cubs lineup. I'm going to pull that up on Baseball Reference. They did face Mark Thurmond, a left-hander, in the playoffs, so we're going to use that lineup. And other than the DH part of it, we'll have to figure out who our DH is going to be. All right, here's their lineup there. So they had Dernier, Sandberg, Matthews, Moreland. Let's get them in the right order here. We'll just plug in somebody temporarily so I can move Dernier up here. So Dernier, Sandberg, Matthews, Moreland, I think it was. Okay, and let's look at the bottom half. Yeah, Moreland was clean up. Say, Davis, Durham, Boa, and we need a DH. Say, looks like maybe Gary Woods. Say, Davis, maybe Davy Lopes too. Let's check that out. Let's get Durham in here. Say Davis, Durham, and is it going to be Woods or is it going to be Lopes? Woods barely played. Versus lefties, he's pretty amazing though, 884. And Lopes, 844 versus lefties. But only 17 at-bats. Wow. Alright, so Woods it is. Oh, how about Cotto? Cotto, yeah. Not good enough to beat out Woods. Now, do we want Woods as the left fielder or the DH? 975 fielding. Sarge Matthews. 95.4. Alright, well, we'll let him rest his legs in DH for today. Otherwise, I think we're good to go. Yep. How about Boa here? Just curious. Way better versus lefties than he is versus righties. Alright, let's play ball. Alright, Steve Trout on the hill, Willie Wilson at the plate. Grounds that one to Sandberg. Throws it to first in time to get Wilson. Alright, Lynn Jones. First at bat in the playoffs. And that's ball 4. He's going to walk. George Brett with a man aboard. 1 out. Skies that one to right. Moreland is there. He doesn't have to move. 2 down. Hal McRae. His first appearance in the playoffs or World Series. Skies that one to center. Dernier camps under it, makes the grab. That'll do it for the Royals in the top of the first. So here's Dernier, Bob Dernier facing Charlie Leibrandt. The whiff. Alright. 1 away, Ryan Sandberg. And that's a base hit for Sandberg. Into left field. Here comes Matthews. Had a, let's see, he's hitting 300 in the playoffs, 2 homers, 6 RBI. 3-run homer in game 1. Grounds this one to Balboni, flips it to the pitcher covering, and Sandberg advances down to second. 2 down, Keith Moreland. Grounds it to third, Brett to the backhand, throw to first in, plenty of time to retire Moreland. No runs, a hit, man left aboard, and no score after 1. Motley swings right through that one, down he goes. 1 down, Steve bye-bye Balboni facing Steve Trout. The Battle of the Steves is won by Rainbow Trout. 2 away, Frank White stands in. Second baseman. And he skies that one to right. Moreland is there, and he pulls it in for the out. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ron Say steps in, the Penguin. Oh, that one plunks him right on, got him right on the elbow. All right, well, he waddles down to first, and here's Jody Davis. And lines that one hard to center field. That's a base hit. Wilson takes it on the hop. Say to second base, makes the wide turn, but wisely holds up. Liebrandt pickoff attempt, but Say's not going anywhere. Strike three, Durham goes down. All right, here's Gary Woods' first appearance. And he pops that one up behind short. UL Washington drifts back, and he's got it. Larry Boa, 2 down, 2 aboard. Oh, wild pitch. Say to third, Davis down to second. 2 on, 2 out. Boa skies that one. Right field, Jones got it. Top of 3, no score. John Duke Wathen, the batter. And he pops that one up into short left. Woods is there, and he's got it. UL Washington's first plate appearance in the playoffs World Series. Strike 3 cold. Trout paints the outside corner. 2 down. Top of the order, Willie Wilson. Pops it up to first. Easy out for Durham. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the third. No score. Bob Dernier. And that's a hard grounder. Gets through the infield. Motley's going to cut it off and hold Dernier to a single. So we've got some speed on the base paths here. Sandberg at bat. Dernier takes off. Nice throw from Wathen. It's mishandled by White, and he's safe. Score that as a caught stealing and safe on the error. Scoring from second is Dernier. All right, so that misplay cost him a run there. And there's a line out to second by Sandberg, so 1 away. Ball forward to Sarge Matthews, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Keith Moreland. Oh, look out, that pitch is way too high. It gets away from Wathen. That's a wild pitch with Matthews advancing to second. So Moreland hits a fly ball to right. Jones is there, and he pulls it in for the out. 2 away. Ron Say, the batter. Lines this one hard, but right at his opposite number, George Brett, and that'll retire the side. But they score a run on the stolen base, and then the error by Frank White. A little blooper down the line. That's a base hit. Coming in to get it is Dernier. That's a single for Jones. George Brett grounds this one to Trout. Fields it, fires to Sandberg. Over to Durham. Double play. Hal McRae, the batter. Lined hard. That one's smoked into center field. Over Dernier's head. He's going to have to play that one off the wall. And that's a 2-base knock for McRae. 2 out. Motley, the batter. Grounded hard to third, and Say kicks it. That's going to be an error on Say. McRae to third. So we got runners at the corners, 2 down for Balboni. Oh, wild pitch. And the ball game is tied up at 1. Motley down to second. Balboni swings, hits a bouncer down to first. Durham knocks it down, touches first ahead of Balboni for the out. So Kansas City ties it up, 1-all. Here's Jody Davis. Deep fly into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Davis makes a wide turn at first, but he holds up. Lefty-lefty situation here with Durham at bat. Oh, called strike 3. Liebrandt paints the outside corner. Here's Gary Woods. 0 for 1 today. And there's another wild pitch by Liebrandt. Man, he's all over the place today. All right. Davis down to second. Woods pops this one into short left. Motley's there, waiting, and he's got it. 2 down for Larry Boa. Skies that one behind short. Twisting, Washington makes the play. Top of 5, 1-1. Here's Frank White. Slaps it on the ground to short. Boa scoops it, throws to first in time to get White. John Wathen digs in. Hot grounder smoke between third and short. Boa ranges deep in the hall, plants, fires a laser to Durham in time. Shallow fly ball, and it drops in front of Moreland. That's a base hit for UL Washington. All right, top of the lineup. Wilson hits a bouncer to short, and that's going to do it. 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Bob Dernier stands in. Soft ground ball to short, fielded there by Washington, and he throws to Balboni for the out. All right, the ever-dangerous Sandberg checks in. It's 1 for 2 today. Lines this one hard to left. Motley takes it on the hop, and that's a base hit for Sandberg. Speed on the base paths for Matthews. Sandberg got a little careless with his lead, but he gets back. And the throw from Brett across the diamond is too late. Matthews has an infield hit. Sandberg advances to second. Throw to second, safe. Sandberg was nearly picked off. Moreland hits a sharp grounder up the middle. What a stop by White. Shovels to Washington over to first for 2. Incredible play. Top of 6, 1-1. Lynn Jones, the batter. Oh, that's a hard grounder. It's going to split the outfielders. Woods chases it down. That'll be a double for Jones. George Brett stands in with a runner in scoring position. And he pops this one up in foul ground, carrying towards the stands, and Davis will make the play. So 1 down, Hal McRae the batter. On the ground, back to where it came from. Trout picks it up, runs halfway to first, underhands it to Durham to retire McRae. Jones holds second. Motley's up, 2 down. Line drive to center, Dernier's after it, but that's going to get down for a base hit. Scoring from second is Jones, and just like that, Kansas City has taken a 2-1 lead. Balboni swings right through that one, strike 3. Trout slipped it past him. That'll do it for Kansas City in the top of the 6th, but they score 1, and they take a 2-1 lead. Say stands in there. Lines this one to short. Washington leaps, and he snares it. 1 away. Jody Davis, the batter. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Dribbler out in front of the catcher. Wathen barehands it, throws it to Balboni for the out. Next up is Durham. Leon Bull Durham here. And that's ball 4. That's going to do it for Leibrandt. Here comes Joe Beckwith. And that'll bring up the right-hander Woods. He'll remain in there. Not going to the bench here. Pickoff play got him. Perfect throw by Wathen. Durham was caught dead in his tracks. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. Top of 7, Kansas City holding a 2-1 lead. Here's Frank White. Skies that one to right field. Moreland is there, and he pulls it in for the out. John Wathen facing Trout. Liner to short. Boa leaps. He's got it. 2 down. UL Washington strolls to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Washington with a line out to second. And I've got the 7th inning stretch. And Woods is facing Beckwith. He swung on and missed. Strike 3. Woods had no chance at that slider. Here comes Boa. Line drive to Beckwith. Boa is out. 2 down. Dernier up. Smoked between third and short. Washington ranges deep in the hole, plants and fires a laser to Balboni to get him. And we're through 7, 2-1 Kansas City. Tim Stoddard enters the game. And Wilson pops it into short center. Dernier is there, and he makes the catch. Lynn Jones, little blooper to center. That's going to be a base knock for Jones. Umpire brushes off the plate as Brett prepares to hit. Ground ball through the infield. Moreland cuts it off in a hurry. That's a single for Brett. Jones advancing to third. McRae's up. Runners at the corners. Stoddard in trouble. Fly ball, left center field gap. Dernier's on his horse and he gets there. Jones is tagging. Good throw by Dernier, but he is safe. 3-1 Kansas City. Darryl Motley steps in. Pop-up skied behind third. Third baseman's going back. So is Boa. Boa makes the catch. So Kansas City picks up another run, and they now lead 3-1. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Sandberg swung on and miss, and Beckwith fooled him with a breaking ball. All right, Matthews checks in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Strike 3 called. Nothing Matthews could do with that one. Here's Moreland. High drive to center, deep, way back, and it's over Wilson's head. That one's going to be a double for Moreland. Mark Heisman slowly makes his way in from the bullpen. Tom Verizor pinch running at second. Oh, right in his wheelhouse, blew it right by him. So we go to the top of the 9th. Stoddard still in there. Balboni the batter. And bouncer to short. Boa corrals it, throws it over to Durham to retire Balboni. 1 down, Frank White the batter. And that one's just outside for ball 4. Stoddard doesn't believe it. He pounds his glove in frustration. Here's Wathan, 0 for 3 on the day. Ball 4. All right. Stoddard getting tired out there. Washington the batter. 2 aboard. Dribbler in front of the catcher. Davis barehands it, throws to Durham for the out. Both runners advance. We've got second and third, 2 down for Willie Wilson. Oh, there's a base hit. That's going to be a 2-run single for Wilson. And that'll be the end of the day for Stoddard. Here's Warren Brewstar. Lynn Jones, 3 for 3 on the day with a walk, a double, and 2 runs scored. Make that 4 for 4. Infield single for Jones. George Brett steps in. 5-1 lead by Kansas City. Brett pops this one up to second. Easy out for Sandberg. But the Royals score a pair, and they lead 5-1, heading to the bottom of the 9th. Jody Davis facing Heisman. That's a single for Davis. Durham, the batter, he now has the platoon advantage. Oh, base hit by Durham. Davis to third, and the Cubbies are still alive here. Gary Woods up. High pop up in foul ground. Brett's over there, and he makes the play. Here's Boa facing Heisman. Liner to third. Brett leaps, and he snares it. I'm kind of surprised they didn't use a pinch hitter there. Dernier batting against Heisman. Deep fly ball to right. That's going to drop in there. Base hit. Dernier's on with a single. Scoring from third is Davis, and Durham over to third. And Mike Jones is on his way to the mound. Sandberg with a hard grounder to first. Balboni fields it, beats Sandberg to first for the out. This one belongs to Kansas City. Final score, KC 5, Chicago 2. So again, I am surprised that we do not see Quisenberry entering the game here. That was definitely a save situation at the end. Interesting. I did realize after the fact when I did the ALCS and NLCS that I didn't have usage disabled, which I should for the playoffs. I took care of that. I assumed that Quisenberry would appear here. He did not, so I am not sure why that is. But nevertheless, the Royals prevail, and they knot the series at 1 game apiece. Let's see here. Willie Wilson was chosen player of the game. Alright, so it's series is tied at 1, and we're going to head over to Kansas City for games 3 through 5 at least. Let's take a look here. Lynn Jones getting the start versus the lefty. He goes 4 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Wilson knocked in a pair. McRae with an RBI. Double. Let's see, what else do we got here? For the Cubs, Dernier, pair of hits and a ribby. Sandberg, 2 hits. 3 hits for Jody Davis. Lee Brandt gets the win, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 1 unearned run. Beckwith, 2 scoreless innings of relief, 3 Ks. Heisman gave up a run. Mike Jones with the 1/3 of an inning save. Trout, 7 innings, 1 run ball, takes the loss. Only allowed 5 hits and a walk, struck out 4. Stoddard got beat up in relief, inning and 2/3. 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned. And Warren Brewstar with a 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit allowed. Alright folks, that's it for game 2. Hope you're enjoying the series. Until next time, keep playing ball, take care, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.